Welcome to the Cell Guru show, and today I've got something very interesting. We've got our products, we've got our reviews, we've got all the cool stuff that you've been waiting for, but we've got something else. We'll actually examine something that I think is a fascinating subject to me, and that is brand strategy. And we have the Poco M2 Pro, and that becomes our use case for this entire thing. It's our case study and analysis. What is the idea of a brand like Poco when actually the product is just rebranded, is another product, another phone from the same company that actually has Poco? I mean, these two companies talk about the fact that they are separate, Poco is independent, and then they come up with the exact same phone almost. I mean, 98.99% of the phone is exactly the same as a Note 9 Pro, but they call it the Poco M2 Pro, and then they proudly claim that this is a totally independent company that has nothing to do with Xiaomi. Even the charger actually has Mi branding on it. So what is this brand strategy? We'll try and explore that today. Then we'll move on to a very, very interesting comparison between this, the Note 9 Pro, and a Samsung phone. We'll move on to the next wave. Now, does Zoom, our video conferencing champion, actually have a serious competitor from Reliance? And a whole lot more happening on the Cell Guru show.
Poco brings the M2 Pro with the 33 watts fast charger, Snapdragon 720G and a quad camera setup. But has the brand done enough to differentiate itself? We compare the Poco M2 Pro against Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 and Samsung M21. All three phones offer a lot and are value for money, but which is the best amongst them? We tell you. And as JioMeet launched last week, we find out all the similarities and differences it has with Zoom, and can it be the better video calling platform?
Let's start off, of course, with news coming in from the world of mobiles.
If you are missing TikTok, Instagram has the perfect alternative for you. Similar to TikTok, Instagram has launched its own 15-second short video feature, Reels, in India. The feature will let people record and edit 15-second multi-clip videos with audio, effects, and new creative tools. Users will also have access to an AR effects library where you can choose different effects. You can set the timer to record your video hands-free, and you can also align your different clips for seamless transitions. After Brazil, Germany, and France, India is the fourth country where this new Instagram video format is being tested. Samsung Galaxy Unpacked, the event where the South Korean tech giant unveils their premium smartphones, will take place on August 5th, 2020. Unlike previous Galaxy Unpacked events, this one will be an online only, and users can live stream the event at Samsung Global Newsroom and Samsung.com. Samsung is expected to unveil the Galaxy Note 20 series and may also introduce the next generation Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 and the 5G variant of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Arogya Setu, India's COVID-19 contact tracing app, has got an update, and it now allows users to delete their account from their phone. The new update for both Android and iOS devices also has an option to give permission to third-party apps to access your health status. Users can also delete their data stored in the Arogya Setu app. However, all the data will remain available on the government server for 30 days.
Time now to move on to our top story, and this is a very, very interesting story. Like I said, we'll do many things in this story. We will actually take a look at the Poco M2 Pro, just released. Had a lot of anticipation because Poco's first phone actually was an absolute and total big hit. But after that, what they've done is copycat, rebranding. They've taken a phone from Xiaomi and just put their own logo on it, on the box, on the phone, but not even on the charger. The charger still has Mi branding on it. The big USP of this phone is that it's got a 33-watt fast charger in the box, which the Note 9 Pro does not have. But other than that, these are pretty much the same phones. Little bit difference in the battery, little bit difference here or there, or a little bit difference in the optics. I mean, to the point that it is minimal. What is this brand strategy? Why does Xiaomi and Poco want to do it? Is there confusion in the market? Are they wanting to take on companies like Realme and others and not give that wide a choice to others, that people should either buy a Xiaomi or a Poco? What is the actual strategy behind the Poco brand? We'll try and find that out. We'll also do a review of the phone.
The Poco M2 Pro might look similar to many other mid-range phones, but this budget offering has a lot of surprises underneath. From fast 33 watts charging to a great quad camera setup and even an excellent 720G chipset, all under 15,000 rupees. But can the brand leave its mark in a category that has so many excellent options, including those from Xiaomi's own Redmi family? Let's find out in our review. The Poco M2 Pro reminded us of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro. The rear camera layout, the rounded edges are similar to what we see on the Note 9 Pro. There is a punch-hole camera in the front which isn't subtle at all. It is a decent looking phone with a two-tone design and a glossy back, but not as attractive as others in this segment. The M2 Pro is coated in Gorilla Glass 5 to protect it from accidental falls. The phone has a P2i nano coating which doesn't make it waterproof, but it is splash and dust resistant. The fingerprint scanner is on the side and it works well. The big draw to the M2 Pro is 33 watts fast charging with the fast charger in the box. We tried the fast charging and in 1 hour 20 minutes it completely charged the 5000 mAh battery. The phone did last us the whole day. The 6.67-inch Full HD Plus display is bright. The colors are vivid and crisp. It is a good display to watch multimedia content. Talking about optics, there is a 48-megapixel quad camera setup with a 48-megapixel main sensor, 8-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, 5-megapixel macro sensor and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. The shots have abundant light and details in the daylight. The wide angle is fun to use and the macro shots came out great as well. However, the low light shots are not appealing. There is the Pro Color mode, RAW mode, log mode like we have on Xiaomi phones, and now there is a Pro Video mode too. The phone can record video in 4K. The video we shot had good colors and wasn't shaky. There is a 16-megapixel front camera which managed to click good selfies. The Poco M2 Pro is powered by Snapdragon 720G and the variant we have got comes with the 6GB RAM and 64GB internal storage. Everything happens with speed and this phone has no problem. We played games like PUBG and Call of Duty and they worked without any lag. The M2 Pro runs on Android 10 with MIUI 11 on top. There are preloaded apps on the phone that we don't appreciate, but we like that we don't have ads popping up now and then. The Poco M2 Pro is priced at 13,999 rupees for the 4GB RAM and 64GB variant, 14,999 rupees for the 6GB RAM and 64GB variant, and the 6GB RAM and 128GB variant is priced at 16,999 rupees. The Poco M2 is for the most part a rebranded Redmi Note 9 Pro with a faster charging support. After the Poco X2, this is the second time that Poco has adapted an existing Xiaomi design for its product range, and it makes you question the market positioning for the sub-brand it's opting for. For a company that promised exceptional performance and value, churning out variants of the same hardware is bound to hurt Poco's brand value. This El Guru verdict. The M2 Pro might be a budget phone, but it delivers the Poco experience. Between the 33 watts fast charging, good optics and a speedy processor, it is a good alternative to other affordable options and is definitely worth considering.
Let's move on now. We're going to do a comparison, the Poco M2 Pro versus a Samsung phone that is around the same price and the Note 9 Pro, which basically this phone's foundation is built on. What foundation? It's pretty much that phone. So we'll show you the very small differences between this and the Note 9 Pro. That will be a very short story. It will be over before it even started. And then we'll move on to the Samsung. So let's take a look. What do you get when you want to spend 14,000 rupees in the Indian market?
Poco M2 Pro enters the mid-segment market to shake things up. With its 33 watts fast charging, quad cameras and a good processor, it takes on the Redmi Note 9 Pro and the Samsung M21. Now if you are in the market to buy a phone under 15K and are confused between these three options, we are here to help. We will compare all three and tell you which is your best bet under 15,000 rupees. Design. While all three phones are good to look at, the Gorilla Glass 5 construction of the Redmi Note 9 Pro and Poco M2 Pro pulls ahead. These two phones are very similar in design and construction. However, the split design on the Poco M2 Pro looks unique and stands out on its own. Display. The Poco M2 Pro and the Redmi Note 9 Pro have the same 6.7-inch display with the same resolution, while the Samsung M21 has a smaller display but comes with a Super AMOLED screen. Samsung M21 wins the point here. Performance. In terms of performance, Poco and Redmi phones are powered by Snapdragon 720G. The M21 comes with Exynos 9611. The Snapdragon processor is faster compared to the Exynos 9611. While all the phones start with 4GB and 64GB base model, Poco gives 3 options to choose from. Battery. This is one of the major points in this comparison. The Poco M2 Pro comes with a 5000 mAh battery with 33 watts fast charging. The Redmi Note 9 Pro has a 5020 mAh battery with 18 watts fast charging, and the Samsung M21 has a large 6000 mAh battery with 15 watts fast charging. The 33 watts fast charging gives the Poco M2 Pro an edge here. Camera. And now for the optics. Both Poco M2 Pro and the Redmi Note 9 Pro have a quad camera setup. However, the M2 Pro has better camera configuration. The M21 comes with triple rear cameras and clicks good shots too. In terms of the selfie shooter, the M21 goes with a 20 megapixel lens, while the Poco M2 Pro and the Redmi 9 Pro go with a modest 16 megapixel camera. Price. The Poco M2 Pro and the Redmi Note 9 Pro both are priced at starting at 13,999 rupees for the base model. The Samsung M21 is priced starting at 14,499 rupees. And now for the verdict. All 3 phones pack in a punch. They're good to hold and offer a seamless experience, but the Poco M2 Pro takes the cake here with 33 watts fast charging, better performance and better construction. And even though it has a smaller battery, 5000 mAh is enough to last you more than a full day of heavy use.
Now let's move on to a comparison, a very interesting comparison. Zoom is now the king, the absolute king. People that have never ever done a video conference call or a virtual call or a non-present call as they are calling it have all become Zoom experts, and it just took 2 or 3 months. Zoom zoomed ahead of the competition. It became the de facto standard. There were a lot of controversies around it, but it still became the de facto standard. But that giant is now threatened by another giant, and that is Reliance with their JioMeet. Reliance wants to take over this entire video conferencing world. Can it? Let's take a comparison between these two and see whether one is better than the other.
Last week, Jio, the telecom giant, launched its own take on a video conferencing solution. JioMeet brings all the essential features you need in a video calling app in a package that is available for free to users. However, soon after the app was launched, it was surrounded by controversy. JioMeet was called out on social media for being a Zoom copycat. Starting off with the icons, it is easy to see where JioMeet might have got the idea. From the rounded icons to the layout and even the color scheme, the two apps are nearly identical. This week, Jio updated the app to change the icons and color scheme. It is easy to see that the app was inspired by Zoom. In fact, JioMeet isn't the first Jio app to copy a popular alternative. JioChat, which as you would have guessed, is JioChat's service, which is almost a duplicate of WhatsApp. But interface aside, how does JioMeet compare to Zoom? Which one is the better option for you if you want to host meetings with dozens or even hundreds of people? Let's find out. First things first, if you thought you need to be a Jio customer to have JioMeet, that's not the case. Anybody can download the app and sign up for this service. Unlike apps like FaceTime or WhatsApp video calling, both JioMeet and Zoom are designed to allow dozens of people to get on a call together easily. On the free plan, Zoom allows up to 100 users on a video call. JioMeet matches Zoom and also allows 100 users to get on a video call for free. But here's where things get interesting. On a free plan, Zoom only allows 40 minutes video calls, after which the call gets shut. So if you were planning a Zoom party with your friend, it would end after 40 minutes and you would need to restart the call. Jio is a lot more generous here and allows video calls as long as 24 hours for free. Both video calling services can be used on all major platforms. This includes Android, Mac, iOS and Windows. In fact, you can even use video calling through the browser. Both JioMeet and Zoom let you invite others to a video call with a link. The best part, they just have to click a link and can join your video call without signing in. Additionally, both services will let you easily schedule a call for a future time and share the link ahead of time. An extra advantage that Zoom has over JioMeet is that it offers end-to-end encryption. What this means is that if you're very cautious about your privacy and the information that you're sharing over the video call is very critical, Zoom promises a high level of security. But what if you want to add more than 100 members to your call? On Zoom, it is easy to subscribe to a premium plan to unlock more features. Depending on the plan, this can be 300, 500 or even more users. So if you're planning to host a large video session in your office, Zoom might be the better option. Zoom premium plans can even give you unique options like custom link that you can share with other people. It will also give you an online storage for storing video call recordings. JioMeet offers no such premium features. Overall, JioMeet is a very good option if you just want to get started with video calls and don't have too many users. But for businesses or enterprise users, Zoom is the better option, at least for now.
Let's take a quick break right now on the Sale Guru Show. When we come back, lots more. Now, before we wrap it all up, let's take a look at Market Watch, one of the most favorite parts of the show, which we almost never have time to feature.
Hello, I'm Rubina Mong, and today on Market Watch, I have two audio products for you. The first one has to be the most trending accessory of 2020, Buds. These are the true wireless earbuds from Boats. They look amazing. They're very light and comfortable to wear. Plus, I've tried them and they sound amazing. All for 3,000 rupees. Take a look. Boats Airdopes 511 V2 are chic and unique. They come in a single variant called the Active Black and have a copper finish. They are truly wireless earbuds with an in-ear design with an elongated stem which sits outside the ear canal. These are light as they weigh 5.5 grams each and have 6mm drivers that have a frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. They have a range of 10 meters. Each earbud has a 60 mAh battery while the case packs 500 mAh battery. Boat claims that the case can charge these earbuds 4 times, giving them 24 hours of playback time combined. The charging case is capable of 10-watt charging and takes about 2 hours to charge completely. Each earbud has a multifunctional button that can be used to control audio playback and the volume. You can pair the buds to the phone by just opening the case. Boats call this instant wake and pair function. The Boats Airdopes 511 V2 are priced at 2,999 rupees. Now the second product that I have for you on Market Watch is the Shimaru Amrit Bani speaker. This devotional speaker has the entire collection of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The audio is loud and clear and it can also be used as a normal portable Bluetooth speaker. Shimaru Amrit Bani comes preloaded with over 200 hours of Gurbani content and a collection of 700 plus shabads, kirtans, sahaj path, kathas, dharmik geet and simrans. The most attractive feature of the Shimaru Amrit Bani is the complete collection of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. It packs a 5-watt speaker and a 1200 mAh battery, giving playback time up to 10 hours. The devotional speaker is loaded with features like Bluetooth, aux out, USB, TF card, alarm, LED display with clock. You can, of course, use this as a standalone portable Bluetooth speaker. It is priced at 4,500 rupees. That then was Market Watch for this week. Do write to me with your feedback or suggestions to sellguru@ndtv.com. See you next week.
That then was the Sale Guru Show for this week. But as always, we did a great show today, which I'm sure you will agree. But next week, an even better show. I'll see you then.